Greetings, Warriors of the Ring. My name is Strider656, and I'm thrilled to welcome you back for another adventure through Middle-earth. In this series, I'll be playing random ladder matches on Discord and showing you War of the Ring games from my perspective by only viewing my cards and sharing with you my thoughts and in-game reactions while trying to keep the end result a mystery. The other player is aware that I am making a video as I ask for permission before and after playing. Hope that you enjoy this video, and I encourage you to like, subscribe, and leave a comment. Today's adventure features Vanali. Hopefully I'm pronouncing their name right. Vanali has been playing War of the Ring for a very long time, but only in real life. They've played very few online games, and I've seen them in the Discord channel for the rules questions, answering several questions that are brought up there. So this is our first time playing. And I'm going to be playing the Free Peoples, and Vanali is going to be playing Shadow. So this is the Lords of Middle-earth expansion. Hope you enjoy. Let's dig into it. Okay, so I am playing Free People, and my selected companions are everyone's normal and standard, except Gimli is alternate, and same with Gandalf, so I can get that extra die at the beginning. And my thinking is, if I draw a card that can help me make Gimli useful, I'll separate them at the beginning. So here we go. Let's see what I draw. I draw into Athelis and the Red Arrow. Both are useless, except Red Arrow might be helpful for my Scout's ability. I say Fellowship is okay. No one is out. I keep Gimli in. Vanali allocates an eye. He says eye is good. He rolls no more eyes. And I give an eye from Gandalf. So I say Gandalf is an ass. Pass. And he starts by mustering, and he brings Isengard down. Makes sense, so I can't bring Galadriel in. I pass again, and he brings Saruman in right away. Happy to see this, as now I'm thinking now I can kill Gandalf off. Because he deserves it for his first roll of an eye, and then I can possibly get Gandalf the White turn too, if I get a killing tile. So at this point, I decide I'm moving, and he rolls a 2-3, I'm safe. He continues, he brings the Balrog in now. So move the dwarves and the elves down, and he brings his elite in. I think he forgot to, actually. Okay, then I move the Fellowship again, and he rolls a 6 and a 6. So I'm hit pretty hard. I'm hoping not an eye. And he draws a 2. So I'm fine with this, and I decide to lose Gandalf. Goodbye. This is what you get for rolling an eye turn 1. You die. He's gone, and Strider is the guide. He continues to muster an Orthanc. I move armies. And I move my guys to Westamnet, and the Erebor guys in. My thoughts is I have scouts already, so I don't really need to move that force from Forts of Isen into Westamnet, because then I can always scouts into Helm's Deep, unless he has Swarm of Bats, which would be painful. Alright, and he moves his guys from Barad-dûr to Gorgoroth. He says move there was sending everything from BD to Gorgoroth and the originally in Gorgoroth to Morannon. Okay. So I said got it. So he moves 3 guys up. This is showing me that it's potential Gondor movement because 5 can fit into there. That's what I'm thinking right now. So I think about how I'm going to use this. Should I muster Gondor? But I decided I think I want to get the elves down. So because the elves are really close and I want to get that extra die soon. Considering that I don't have my keeper die next turn. So the elves move down. Makes sense. And now he moves his Nazgul. And by almost a lot of them to here. To Orthanc. Alright. That concludes turn 1. Uneventful, except I lost Gandalf. Which means I could get Gandalf the White really early. So here we go. I say nice. I like telegraphed moves. And the reason I say this is because he's got all his Nazgul there. That's telling me he's going Rohan. All right. Turn 2. I draw Eagles Are Coming and Power of Tom Bombadil. Okay. As a fellowship, okay, allocates an eye, rolls no more, and I get my Will of the West here. So I'm thinking I'm going to move the fellowship. I'm going to get Gandalf the White in. I'm thinking of starting with Gandalf the White so I can threaten Isengard with Ents. That's what I do. There's Gandalf the White. He's in.
He arrives precisely when he means to.
He arrives precisely when he means to. Turn 2. All right, and he's mustering regular, doing the voice move in Orthanc. I pass again. And he keeps doing the moving the regulars in Orthanc. I say pass. And now he's doing forwards, leaving 2 regulars as a rear guard. I say card. He says no card, so I'm scouting out of there for free. Adios. We're going to Helm's Deep. He leaves 2 behind. And now I have to use a ring here. Just to get those other guys in. Which I do. So I decide to use my Palantir, so I can use the muster action to move the elves down. Possibly. And if he attacks Helm's Deep twice, then I can always muster Rohan units. That's my thoughts right now. So I move 1 there, and I move the other guy from Carrick to Old Forest Road. He attacks Helm's Deep, which moves him down the chain. I go into siege. I pass. He attacks Helm's Deep again. That means Rohan's at war. I choose... Let's see. He chooses a strategy card. So I'm thinking I'm going to play Advantageous Position because usually the card that you play as Shadow, it boosts your numbers. Let's see what he plays here. Swarm of Bats, so it doesn't really make a difference. Except it doesn't get a 5 on rerolls. So let's see how he rolls. He gets 1 hit on the initial roll and 1 hit on the second roll. Interestingly, if I didn't play a card here, he would have gotten 4 hits. So I'm happy I played something. So I take 2 and I roll 2 back. He's thinking whether or not to press. He presses. I say card. He says no card. And I play Heroic Death here because I don't want to... I'm seeing 4 versus 4. And this way I won't take too much damage here. Unless he rolls all 6s. He rolls nothing. Reroll, he gets 1. And I roll 2. 2 back. And so I just kill my leader off. And I'm thinking. So I'm thinking, should I come out and attack him? But I can't because I've already used a ring. So then I pass. Now he's moving his guys towards Gondor here and down. Now I move the Fellowship, thinking I should be safe here. It's going to be very unlikely he's going to hit. So he rolls a 6. That sucks. So I'm thinking, please don't get a reveal here. Please don't get a reveal. And he gets a reveal. It's a 1 reveal. That sucks. So I take the damage. And I stay away from the Balrog. And I just take the high pass route into Goblin's Gate. I say unlucky. But then again, HD just happened. He says, yeah, so I suppose it balances out. I laugh. I say, yep. I'm not feeling too confident. He says, neither am I. And here comes the Chief. So he's going to have a lot of dice next turn. But fortunately, because the Balrog that he played was a character action and the Witch King is in, that die's gone. So I decide instead of mustering in Rohan, that I'm going to flip the Fellowship because I don't want him to play too many cards on me. And I want to get moving as soon as I can so the Chief is off of me, literally. All right, and then he moves Nazgul from Helm's Deep to the Gap of Rohan. All right. We move into turn 3. I draw Rangers of the North, and we prove the Swifter. Again, we prove the Swifter is Garbaggio, but it has Daring Defiance. And Rangers of the North is not going due right now, but I have it. And I have Athelas, and I'm planning to play very soon, if I get up to 3 Corruption. I say Fellowship okay. He says, rest in peace, Balrog die. And there it goes. He draws his cards. I write sad. I'm going to pronounce his name wrong. Vanali allocates an I. Isis Gandalf didn't help too much. So he allocates 1. He ends up with 3 total. And now I roll this. So I'm thinking I'm moving right away because I want to get away from the chief. He misses on his first roll. His re-roll is a miss. I say, okay. And I'm happy he doesn't play a character card here. I was thinking he might. So now it looks like he's just trying to move to take out the rest of Helm's Deep. So I'm fine with that. This is good for me. I move the Fellowship again. He rolls 1 hit, a 6, and his re-roll is a second hit, which is a 5. So that's 2. He draws an I. So I take it because I'm going to use Athelas anyway. So there I go. I say, so long, Chief. And I fly to Carrick, where I'm safe from him for now. Now he plays Orcs Multiplying again. I pass. Now he plays the Lure of the Elven Rings, which makes sense because he's blocking a potential Winds from the West from me. I realize I can't pass, so I decide I'm going to hide because I don't want to move anymore at this point. So I'm going to hide, then I'm going to use Athelas, and then I'll see what else I can do. Flip the Fellowship. He moves into HD and brings his other troop towards Lorien. I play Athelas now, and I get 2. Thankfully, Strider's ability helped, because I did get a 3 and a 6. So I move back in Corruption. I say, not awful. I was hoping for a full heal. He says, you got the expected value. I said, yeah, but not the hoped value. He says, I mean, hey, be glad you didn't get a 1. I said, or a 0. And I mentioned that I've gotten the 1/2/1 Athelas before. And then we have a discussion about how we just have bad luck. He has bad luck in terms of drawing Shelob and things like that. And I said, hope your bad streak continues here. He plays his Muster, but he uses it as a ring ability just to move armies. Okay. I muster in Edoras with my last because I want to be annoying. And I don't want to muster in Westamnet because then he can easily attack it. This way I can get my force big before I'm annoying. He moves Sauron to war. And now we go into the next turn, turn 4. I draw into You Know the Way There, which I'm happy to see because I still have Strider as a guide. And if I can get more of those in the pool, that's great. And I get Dane Ironfoot's Guard, which is currently not helpful, but I have it. Oh, he drew a card for me. All right. He says, Eyes okay. He allocates 2 this time. Rolls 1 more. And I roll this beautiful roll. Here's what I'm thinking now. I've played so many games in the past where I just leave Strider in the Fellowship in Loam. And now I'm thinking, yeah, I want to get Aragorn. So I'm thinking of moving once and then moving twice to get straight to Minas Tirith. I mean, I could use Reprove the Swifter to go 1, 2, 3, 4. And then do 1, 2, 3 to get here. But I don't want to waste my card. Instead, I want to play Smeagol first. And hope I draw him. So that it'll be a nice, easy walk. That's what I'm thinking. All right, so I start by playing You Know the Way There. Get my 2 extra Smeagols in the pool. Let's look at the hunt pool. You can see it here. So I have 4 Smeagols. All the 3s are here. 2, 1, 1. Then I have 3 eyes left. A 2, 1, and 2 0 reveals. That's what's left. Okay. He attacks Lorien, so I go into siege. Now I'm doing my plan, moving the Fellowship. He rolls 1 hit and gets a 2. So I take it because I don't want to lose Strider here. And he tries to play Candles of Corpses and realizes he can't because of Carrick. And he recognizes it. Well, now you know I have it, he says. It doesn't really help me much because I don't want to lose my companions because I have, the way there. All right. He instead plays the Black Captain Commands to move all his Nazgul around. And he just decides to recruit 2 Nazgul in where the chief is. So I ask him to see it again. And I check the card. And the card does specifically say you may either recruit 2 Nazgul in the region containing the Witch King, which he does. All right. I say, got it. I say, adios. And Strider makes a mad dash. 1, 2, 3, 4. He's at Parth Celebrant. Legolas is the new guide. I choose Legolas because that if I draw axe and bow, there's 2 companions that can use it, as opposed to if I had Boromir as the guide. Then if I drew Horn of Gondor, then it would be more likely that I wouldn't be able to use that. So hope that makes sense. But anyway, let's keep going. He says, suppose the question now is whether you're planning on crowning him with that will or holding out for the DM, the dead men. I go, He says, no, this isn't Wom, so DM isn't nearly as much of a threat, probably headed for MT. And he brings in Gothmog, so we get to die with him. And I move Strider to Minas Tirith like my plan. He attacks Lorien. I say card. He says no card. So I'm not doing a card. I mean, I could play Valor here, but I don't want to lose Dane. And Advantageous Position does nothing, and Daring Defiance does nothing. So he rolls one hit, and I roll 1 back. He decides to press. No card. It's 1 more hit. And I get 2. So I'm down to 3 regulars. And now I flip Aragorn. I say the king is here. We have a discussion about... He says, do you just swap the Aragorn and Strider minis? I'm not a fan of the Loam Aragorn mini. And we talked for a while about this. I said I do. Instead of the stupid little token thing, which you get in the base game, I use the other Aragorn. He asks if we switch what they are. And he says he uses he switches who they are. Make it better. All right. And I talk about how I actually have my miniatures painted. And he said he didn't bother doing it, but I paid to get mine done. So, all right. So anyway, he plays Threats and Promises. Then he moves his guys out from the Balrog. Excuse me. He should have an elite there, so I feel kind of bad rewatching this right now, but it is what it is. We always try our best, but it's a game, like I said in the end. I say, poor Balrog, hanging out in Moria all alone. And he can't even come along for the journey. He said, he's too caught up in War of Wrath flashbacks. All right. And he moves his Southrons and Easterlings. And now we move on to the next turn. I draw there and back again and King Brandsman. There and back again. Again, good use. I'm headed through the Dew region. But I'm thinking my corruption is not as good as normal, so I don't plan to play it. Say Fellowship, okay. He allocates an eye. Allocates another eye. So 2 eyes he allocates. He rolls 1 more? 1 more. So Gothmog rolls an eye for him. And I roll this. Look at that. Look at that beautiful roll. I mean, I kind of wanted more musters here, so I could muster in Galadriel right away and then make Lorien annoying. But now I can't. Most I can do is 2. So I can bring Galadriel, then do 1 more muster. So He says Gotham. He couldn't have thought of anything else. And I go on with my plan. Galadriel's in. Get her die. I said, too bad I can't use lore of the Elven Rings on you. Alright, he moves the Witch King onto me and the Nazgul there. So now I'm thinking I should move now. So he can't play anything. Because he's not going to attack Lorien here. Not with 5 people. So I have time to do my muster. So I go ahead and move the Fellowship. And he rolls a 1-4-4. So I'm safe. Rerolls another 4. Safe. Phew. Now he moves into Lorien. So now I'm going to muster in Lorien. So I bring an Elite in. And now he attacks it. I ask him to play a card. He says no card. So I could play a Shield Wall here. I could play Valor here. But again, I don't know if he could potentially be going for Erebor. And I want to keep that Valor card. Let's see if it would have made a difference here. I do no card. He rolls 2, 3 hits. I get 3 back. So Valor would have made a difference here. I get 3 back. So pretty bloody. I move the Fellowship again. Because I'm hoping Smeagol's going to help me out, right? Because I'm thinking, looking at that hunt pool, right? I have so many Smeagol tiles here. So I'm thinking I'm going to definitely draw into Smeagol soon. It would be great to get him now while I have a 2 companion. He rolls no hits and rerolls a 6. So the Chief did his job. He draws a 0 reveal, which is good for me because at least I can escape the Chief's hounding. 1, 2, 3. And now I know it's coming. You know it's coming. It's Candle of Corpses. So I'm hoping it's minimal damage here. He rolls. I say, here it comes. He gets a 6/6/1. So I go to 5 corruption. I'm pretty high up. I flip the Fellowship. He plays Foul Thing from the Deep. So I'm literally doing nothing right now but dying off. He pulls a 1 reveal. So I was hoping again Smeagol would be nice. But it's a 1 reveal. So I flip it and I tell him to draw. He draws Pippin. I just move him up there to North Ravanian so that he can help with the assistance of the North if we ever go there. If he goes there. All right. And I decide to hide the Fellowship. He and my opponent says probably not ending up in a military victory. Gonna come down to Mordor. So he's thinking that it's gonna be a corruption win for him at this point, which is fair if you look at I'm already 5 on corruption, and Strider's not in the Fellowship to take 3. So yeah, so he attacks Lorien again, and I decide that I want to play a Shield Wall here. Because I do not want to die. He gets 1, 2 hits, so I did protect myself for a turn. And I get 1. Sorry, there we go. 2 back. And then his last action, he attacks Lorien again. I think about playing Brave Stand here, but there and back again could be helpful. Because he has threats and promises out, and then I could move the other things down, like the dwarves and the North, and activate. So I do no card. He gets his hit, and I get a hit back. So Lorien's done. Galadriel's gone, so take her die out of there. Now we go to the next turn. And of course, I draw Celeborn's Galadriel. Now, you can comment if you want, but everyone who's played War of the Ring in any capacity knows that you always draw the cards that you need the turn right after you lose the stronghold or whatever. So, I'm not happy about that, but I am happy about Save Pass in the Dark, because that's my Smeagol plan. Because if I kill him off at some point, then I can use that to get rid of We Shall Get It. All right. And let's see what happens here. So Gothmog's gone. I say Fellowship okay. He allocates an eye, another eye, 3 eyes. He rolls no more eyes. And I decide, I look at my hand here. I'm thinking I could get into Mordor this turn. Uh, and I want to move right away, and then I'll try to bring Elrond in, and then I'll move again using the Will of the West as a character. All right. So he does his roll. Sorry, I started doing my action before he even rolled. So he has 4 eyes in the pool. Now I say, thinking, and I do my plan. What's nice too is I have the last move, so even if he has cruel weather, I can move again. He rolls a 5-1-1-3. I'm safe. Now here's a rare card. He's playing Return to Valinor. I have never, ever seen this card played. This is the first time the Return to Valinor has happened. So let's see how this plays out. So he has to choose his stronghold that he's going to attack. He has to get a 6 to hit it. I say, rare, okay, which one are you starting with? He says, Grey Havens. I say, okay. He rolls a 1-5. We're good. Next, Rivendell. 4-2, safe. Next, Woodland Realm. And he finally gets a hit there. So he takes 1 hit. I take 1 hit on that. And they decide that elf decides they're going to Valinor. Maybe they'll swim like Galadriel did in the Mediocrity of the Rings, whatever that show is called, I forgot. It'll come back to Rings of Power, sorry. The Rings of Mediocrity. Maybe will swim back to Valinor. Alright, I digress. Now I decide that I'm getting Elrond here. He says usually you get better success on that. And he starts moving his guys out. So now I'm thinking I should muster Gondor up. Or down, maybe. So I do. I bring Gondor down because I don't want Aragorn to die. And then I'll at least let me buff it up a little bit before I do my movement. He moves his troops onto the Fellowship and out of Mordor. And now I'm going to do my Elrond. I'll only play Elrond if I don't get revealed here. That's my rule that I'm giving myself. Here we go. He rolls a 4-6-2-6 and a 3. He draws a 3. So I take Legolas out, and Boromir has to be the guide. And I give him my ring so that I can take the character back. I could change this back and put it back in my hand, but that's confusing, so I just take the character out. And now Boromir is the guide, because he's my last 2 companion. So I'm already at 6 corruption. So it's got to move 1 more time. He plays half orcs and goblin. I was expecting cruel weather there, so I'm happy that it's not there. And he plays it on Helm's Deep. I move the Fellowship again so I can get in. He hits on 5. He gets 1 hit. Rerolls just 1 total hit. Draws another 3. So I decide to take out Boromir and Gimli, and Gimli gets to move to Erebor. Now, let's look at the hunt pool. Okay? So, look at all the Smeagols here. So, I'm kind of disgusted right now. Where is Smeagol, right? Because now Smeagol will be worth 1 if I ever draw him. So, anyway. So, Gimli goes to Erebor, and Boromir dies. I remind him it's the alternate Gimli. He says, yeah, it's interesting that we've hit 6 corruption pre-Mordor. Doesn't usually happen in my games. I said, nope. I said, I have all those damn Smeagol tiles, too, hoping to draw them. He says, well, I'm hoping to kill Merry, then. I say, LOL. I laugh. He attacks Helm's Deep, plays a character card. So because I see a character card, I'm going to choose to play Daylight on him. Because otherwise I'm going to lose these cards. He plays Cruel as Death. There's Cruel Weather. Interesting I didn't play it before. But like I said, I would have moved anyway, again. Alright, so he hits 2. Because we realized that if... Because he was supposed to roll 3 dice, right? So he rolled a 2-2-5, and then he got a 5-1. So the way we look at it is he would have gotten 1 hit and then re-roll 2. So this works anyway. Alright, we talk about it. I get 2 hits back. He presses. He does no card. I do no card. He gets no hits, and I get 1. So Helm's Deep is brutal. All right, brutal HD. All right, now I get to finish off. I draw a character card to see if I can get a good card. I do. I get Mithril Coat here. It's fantastic. And I did my last action to put Gondor all the way to war so I can muster up there soon. In case he tries to kill Aragorn off. We move into turn 7. I draw into File of Galadriel and Power 2 Great. Probably can get rid of We Prove the Swifter and Rangers. Let's see what I get rid of. I get rid of There and Back again. And We Prove the Swifter. Because I don't have any more companions in fights, so there's no real reason to hold on to it. Alright, here I go to Mordor. Now let's look at the Mordor pool. So, if you look at it, you'll notice there's a lot of Smeagol tiles. So, that's what I'm hoping to draw. Say Fellowship, okay. He allocates 1 eye. It doesn't roll anymore. This is good news for me. And I roll this. And I think about playing the File of Galadriel to start, so I have less chances of getting hurt on tiles. And then I change my mind because I don't want him to put something in first. So take it back and I just move right away. Because I'm hoping I'm going to get Smeagol here. Okay, I move. He draws a 3. So this might be a mistake, but I'm thinking I really want Smeagol. Because you look at the pool, I think that's the final 3. That's the last 3. The rest are 1s and 2s. So I'm thinking I'm going to take it. The other option is I could kill Mary off, and then I could have Smeagol take another damage to protect, and then only take 1 damage here. But instead I go straight to 9. And I said that could be an error. But oh well. So now he's drawing character cards. I'm like, oh god, not good. So I play Mithril Coat, just in case he does a tile drawing card, and something I don't like. Alright. We talk about what the most ridiculous thing we've ever done in the game is. He says he once played Grunt as a combat card. I said, that's not bad, seeing as I do it all the time. And I say, this is the most ridiculous thing that I've ever done. I said, I'm going to draw Smeagol tiles, otherwise this is like murder here. Alright, he keeps drawing character cards. I move the Fellowship again, because I do have Mithril Coat. Come on, Smeagol. And I get a 0 reveal. So there you go. I flip myself. He plays Morgul Wound. So I take a damage. I'm at 10. Now, if I had killed Smeagol off, right? If I killed Mary off and had Smeagol, this would be no corruption moving up the track. But alas, it is. So, now I've used my final ring to hide because I don't want any more damage cards to go on me. Because I could just outright die. He plays Orc Patrol. Let's look at the hunt pool so you guys can see what he's drawing. Hoping for Smeagol. Actually, I'm hoping for an eye here. That would be nice. Let's see what he draws. He draws an eye. So I say, adios, bye eye. He says, using Mithril Coat and Sting. I say, ha, good one. Get that out of here so I kill it. And then there was some confusion about the eye, and he remembered that because it was a card that drew a tile, that the eye just gets discarded. And then we move on. He keeps drawing character cards here. I decide to muster up an Edoras. He brings the mouth in. I pass. He attacks as Gilead, no card. I play a Power 2 Great and get 1+1. He gets 1 hit. So he takes 2, I take 1. He presses, and I retreat to Pelargir. I say, okay. I have no idea what to do with this die. Thinking I could just bring this guy to Dale, but I have no reason to move anyone else. I move the guys to Edoras to there to maybe reinforce down here. And then I move Riven. No, what am I doing? Rivendell decided to teleport. Okay, that was a misclick. I was thinking of possibly military victory, but I changed my mind. Say okay. And now my opponent's realizing, he said, just look at the hunt pool. 4 in 9 chance of drawing Smeagol. And I say, LOL, yeah, this is stupid. I said I should draw Smeagol the rest of the way. He's hoping to draw an eye or the single remaining 2 to force you to kill Mary. I said, or I should just die. And he attacks Pelargir. He does no card, so I'm not going to play a card. Let's look at my card options. Nothing I could even play here. Advantageous position with no point. I do no card. I get 1. He gets 2 6s. They're dead. He moves 1 guy in. And I go to the next turn. I draw Elven Cloaks and Path of the Woses, which I could use to get those guys to Minas Tirith if I want to. I say FSP okay. He moves Elrond to the forest pool for me. I say thank you. His eye is 1 eye. He rolls 1 more, so that would kill me. So I decide I'm going to start by making this pool nicer. I play File Galadriel. He draws a character card. I play Elven Cloaks, because I don't want to move too much, because I'm kind of brittle, and his military is nowhere close to getting a military victory. He keeps drawing character cards. Now I move because I don't want to put anything in. And let's see if Smeagol comes out. I draw. And so I'm like, nope, 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 Mithril Coat. And I draw. Again, I have a 4 in 8 chance now, right? To draw, like, I don't know, probably 4 and I don't know what the chances are. Doesn't matter. I have a high chance to get Smeagol. What do I draw? I draw Elven Cloaks. I am safe. I am happy. I am good with that. All right. What does he do? He just realized that last turn, instead of killing one, he put the guy that died in Pelargir and forgot to move his troops. So I say that's okay. You can do that. Because now I know what he's doing. I could have used those musters to make Dol Amroth annoying, but now I can. It's going to be really tough. All right. And he moves 1. Where's the second one? And he moves his guys out towards Gondor. Now I decide I'm going to muster in Dol Amroth. He flips him out to put Dol Amroth under siege. I pass. DA. He plays a card. I see his character. So I'm thinking of playing advantageous position because it could be Cruel as Death again. And they are terrible. So this is the opposite of Cruel as Death. It's where the reroll hits. So it feels bad. I say, damn. Oh well. He rolls a 1-6 on the first, and then he rerolls a 1. Only gets 1 hit. And I get 3 back. So I'm noticing he's drawing cards here. I believe the chief is here. No, the chief isn't here. He did not flip him. I thought he did. All right. So now he changes to draw a character card. It showed the other card. I don't care. He says, meant to change that to a P. You know what I was doing, though. So, yep. And I decide to muster up in Rohan again. All right. So it makes no difference if you do whatever you want. LOL. And he moves his troops down from Lorien and to Osgiliath. And with my last action, I have no idea what to do. Because I don't want to move the Fellowship again. I could play Safe Paths in the Dark. Because if I draw Smeagol now, it's not going to do much if he plays like a hurting card. So anyway. But I don't. Instead, I decide to flip the dwarves down so I can get rid of Threats and Promises. There they go. They're gone. And he plays Palantir of Orthanc. Alright, we move into turn 9. I draw the last battle in Bilbo's Song. It's a Fellowship okay. Allocates an eye. He rolls no more. Super lucky on my part. I'm very happy that he's not rolling any eyes. But I don't get much for movement at all. I get one movement this turn. So I start by... I put the wrong leader in, but I put a leader in here, and I put another Rohan unit here, just so that I could be annoying, and he can't just walk down into Edoras, and so I can get leadership on that army. He plays Anon They Went. He draws a character for Palantir of Orthanc. Now I play Safe Paths in the Dark, because Bilbo's Song will be very helpful if I ever get down to Gollum. So I'd move down to 9. And now he flips the Witch King, which flips the north. And now I move my armies, and I put them all together. I said, time to be annoying. So it would be funny if we both vented in the game so that no matter who wins, one of us has to face the police. If you know what that means, we're talking about the venting channel. And Pooh Daddy is like the undisputed king of the channel. And if someone vents when they shouldn't, then he like sends a funny meme. I say, LOL. We only face the police if we complain about winning. Or talk about how great we are. Anyway, he plays Ringwraiths Are Abroad here. To attack DA and get his Witch King in. He's probably trying to cycle character cards. He chooses a character card, so I'm going to play Daylight. He plays Dread and Despair, so we're rolling very little dice. Alright, so he forfeits 3. Gets 1 hit, and I get 1 hit. And now I decided moving. Now is the time to move the Fellowship. Let's look at that hunt pool. Where is Smeagol? Right? I'm just asking it. Alright. And he draws Smeagol. And I say, yes. There is the man, the myth, the legend. Smeagol Hobbitses is in the house. And Mary takes a backseat to Smeagol. I say, aw. He says, I've been holding on to We Won't Go Back for multiple turns now. I said, and do you have it? And he plays it. So it doesn't really hurt me. It's just funny that he has it. And I just played Safe Paths in the Dark earlier. But I'm still happy with my choice here. I say, LOL, pass. He says, not going to end up with a military victory at this point. Want to just start dumping army-related dice so that we can just get to the next turn sooner? Either that or I can go attack the Grey Havens. And I say keep playing as normal. So he does. I'd say you're making a statement. So he's moving out. He's going towards Grey Havens. I'm going to keep passing here. He says Círdan is in particular is marked for death. He's moving towards Grey Havens with those weak armies. I pass again. And now I'm thinking I'm going to be super annoying. I'm going to muster in Westamnet. And this is an elite. And I'm going to go to Orthanc. Because there's no one there. No one's home. And he gets closer to Grey Havens. And here I go. And now I'm making my military move. So after all the time of doing the ring movements, I'm changing military. At least for now. And I say, LOL. Watch out. He thinks I mustered in a single action, but I didn't. They just moved 2 different ways. I said, Rohan wants his revenge. Alright. I said, watch out, man. I was telling him it again. I said, forget about the ring. Forget about the ring, LOL. He said, this is absolute content. I laughed. I said, I'm probably going to lose this because I still have a chance of drawing the red 3 tile and then just outright dying. He attacks Fords of Eisen. I wish I had scouts here. I really wish I did, but alas, I don't. So I'm not going to play anything. I say, ooh, card. No card. He tries playing Devilry of Orthanc that's not playable because I have to be in siege. So I say, take it back in your hand. He doesn't play a card. He gets 1 hit. Rerolls 2, and or just 1. Okay. And I run away. He presses, I run away. He doesn't chase me. We go into turn 10. I draw axe and bow. And Círdan's ship. So Círdan can protect the Grey Havens, which is funny. He can also go into Dol Amroth if I need it, depending on my role. So I'm hoping that he's not going to roll many eyes here. Then I can just win right away to start. Fellowship, okay, because I have 2 corruption I can take, and I have 2 in the Fellowship. So, the most he could roll here, and I'll still be safe, is 1, 2, 3, 4 total eyes. Allocates an eye, rolls 2 more, and I roll a wonderful roll. Look at that. It's beautiful. I can do anything I want. I could play Bilbo's Song here. And I decide, nope, I'm not going to give him any more chance to put a tile in. Let's look at the force pool. Sorry, the hunt pool. So he needs to draw the 3 to stop me. And I say, I'll move here. And I was thinking about doing the military thing as a joke. And I laugh. I say, just kidding. For the win. He says, feel free to. And now I move to Mount Doom. And here we go. All right. He says, Smeagol file 1, 2, and I win for you, which is almost everything, except for the 3. So keep those open so you can see it. And he draws. Here we go. Smeagol will show you the way. Smeagol gets drawn. And I take 2 corruption for that automatically. But I win. So what a ridiculous game. So here's the game where I was looking for Smeagol the entire game. And he decided to come out and play in the end. So I ended with 11 corruption. And I won. It was very close with the corruption. I give Vanali a lot of credit for going the corruption route. I think that was a smart choice. And it was really fun to play him. We had some wonderful chat. Really nice guy. I considered people play him at some point. Find him on Discord. And I just want to thank everyone for watching. I really hope you enjoyed this game and this adventure with me and Vanali today. And let me know if there's anything I can do to make this video as better for you. If there's something you want to know, ask questions. Again, please like, subscribe, comment, and I'll see you all in the next one. Take care, everyone. Bye.